No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Baylor Bears, McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos in Waco, Texas. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Texas A&M Aggies. Taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They'll run it from the gun. Got the first down and more. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. He leaves it with his back. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Let's talk for a second about Baylor. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out. Not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Pulls it in. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 30. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
You always talk about yak, and that was 3rd and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand?
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bears!
Well, I know a big question coming into this one was how locked in was this offense going to be early? We've seen offenses throughout the season struggle with rhythm and execution early in games. Not a problem for this offense here. In this game, in this environment, all 11 guys locked in. Great job running, throwing, execution was beautiful, and they're able to cap off the opening drive of the game with a nice run to get on the board for a touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll leave it with him. just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. Foundation of Aggie football built on toughness like that, running it like John David Crow back in the day.
And those Texas people are tough and rugged, and they wear their great outfits that you love to watch. But these Aggies, I think they're at their best when they got great running backs. And you've seen Spiller and A-Chain in recent history finding those game breakers, those game busters that can make big plays.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Knocked down quickly after the pick, but that offense says thank you very much, and they'll have it at the 43.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
To throw, it's Daniels. Rushes on him, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
The give to the back. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. It didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Now the play fake. Working that left side now. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man, or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get. Let the running back figure it out.
It's 1st and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the extra point is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's going to bring this one out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. He'll keep it himself. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to...
Breaks into the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the ground to try to move the chains. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. With jet sweep pass. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
And the Bears will have it 1st and 10. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Got it in the middle, it's Pace. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they...
Time to take a shot. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. Bringing it back. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They're going to test the right side with this one. Turning it on. Bust through behind his pad. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. And the Aggies come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down, it creates second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run. I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game, run the football. Great gain, great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Got his man on the right. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advancing.
And he's forced out of bounds, close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Kansas is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to FIU. Two fan bases with very different emotions in CUSA as we send it back to you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. To the air, it's Daniels. Flushed out of the pocket. Grabbed behind the line, it's Jones. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Handoff from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Bears decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Finds a little space.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Running back searching for a hole. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
On 2nd down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to 3rd down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the 1st down on 2nd down. We don't need 3rd downs.
Going to take a shot. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Quick strike complete.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
That's caught. It's Bush. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Starting to feel a little pressure. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it.
Looking for a huge play. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. To the air, it's Daniels. The short hands, it's Pace. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Snagged in the middle, it's Turner. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. First down here for the offense. Snap in the shotgun. Here's the pressure. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got some room to run. He gets the pick, but not the pick six, as they're able to run him out of bounds and limit the damage to wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Bears will line up to kick off and start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Caught over the middle, it's Hurtado. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Well, it's a nice job tackling that defense. I know one guy missed, but you saw the effort. Other guys coming and flying to the football. They knew how big that third down was. They had to get the stop to give themselves a chance to now get off the field.
Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. his feet. He's in open space downfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Man, that dude just hits the gas and just goes. How nice is it as an offensive coordinator to have a quarterback that you can run just like a tailback? And you got a tailback in the backfield with him all the time, and he can throw so many options, but you just see the speed when he hits the gas, and it is really nice.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Foster. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The Bears want to move quickly. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Just a short pass to the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Has to get there to move the sticks. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
They go to the ground. Slithers into space. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run play action. Makes the catch. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the 1st down.
There he goes. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Quarterback will keep it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the...
Deep shot for the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Good right down the boulevard. And now the lead's extended a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Southern Miss is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Hattiesburg for some time. They're up by 24 over Oregon State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Off play action on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped him.
this is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Back to pass, it's Daniels. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Turner. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Toss to the outside. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Bears will hustle to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
This time it's complete. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. The Bears line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. Looking to get it in. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They took it 68 yards on that drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. The give to the back. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. He'll run it again. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Under fire. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, touchdown Bears! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few.
Hey, man, you want to make a statement defensively, make hits like that. We're going to start having these receivers think twice about running these routes. This defense came to play, and they are laying the wood.
Going to swing it on second down. With the catch, it's Bush. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
Nice play. And this running back showing you why he truly is a three-down back. He's not just dangerous running the football between the tackles or blocking, but he can also catch the ball. And when you get this guy the football in space on the perimeter of the field, he's got the wiggle and he's got the power to break tackles from the secondary. That's why this guy has an opportunity to play at the next level.
Man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them lean in one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out-route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Getting late, pressure building, huge third down coming up on the road for this offense. Hard running there. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Runs out, fourth down.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Zings it complete to the right. Oh, man, he goes down, and he's going to lose yardage on that one.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Back to pass, it's Daniels. Got the back in the middle. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Good play call on defense. Third down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up fourth.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. Complete out of the backfield. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. This result going to open some eyes around the country. They've proven behind this passing game they probably need to be ranked a little bit higher right now in the top 10.
Yeah, and mission accomplished. This is how you do it. Big stage, everybody watching. You beat a team that's ranked higher than you in this fashion. Throwing the football all over the yard, explosive offense. This will bode well for the rest of their season.
Well, they've answered some questions, too, because they've got talent throwing the ball. Everybody knew that, but could they get it done against a defense like this? Well, now you have their answer. Absolutely they can, and if they keep this up, they've got big aspirations the rest of the year.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late and blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back could get some positive yards.
And the Bears come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but it's only by one possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making, and that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
Oh, he's got some space. Ripping through the defense. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown, at least for now.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Timeout called by the defense, and 15 seconds to go in this one. If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. Third and goal. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
Man, I like the call. 3rd and inches, I feel like I can get a few inches. I just need to fall forward, but this defense more than ready for the quarterback sneak.
Now, I think as a play caller, that just makes you second-guess everything. You'd love to think you can just dial up QB sneak to pick up that first down. Now, you're probably going to have to...
Touchdown, Aggies! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw. It's Daniels. Here's a heat. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And those are the plays that you worry about as a defensive coordinator, man. Not getting beat over the top, but not just by any guy, but by a guy that can fly. And they've been worried about it all game long. Their game plan has been steered toward...
Breaks into the open. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. you're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis.